Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Halloween mod, which is an official mod made by the developers of the game. Now, we're taking a look at this a few days after Halloween because it came out on Halloween, but during that time, I was out celebrating Halloween, and then me being me, it always takes me a day or two to actually record and upload a video, so you'll probably end up seeing this on November 3rd, give or take a day if I rush it or if I'm really lazy. Also, you'll notice that I am delaying doing anything because the main menu backgrounds are different. If you haven't noticed by now, they're like a dozen jack-o'-lanterns and 100,000 candles all staring at you in the background here. So let's start off by going to the garage, and I'm going to leave the loading screens in for this video. Usually I edit them out, but I'm going to leave them in because the mod does change them. Not this one, but it does change some of them. So we'll just start off by spawning pretty much any car up. It doesn't matter. And then we can see the garage has a bunch of changes to it. It has candles all over the place, just rows and rows and rows of candles. And then we got a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns, like you got one in the back shelf over there. And we also have another one on top of the oil catch thing right there. I don't know what it's called. Then we also have one over there. We have some graffiti above it as well, which is different. And we have more jack-o'-lanterns all over the place, more lights. One of them just staring up at you over there. And also outside, it is dark because it's Halloween, so it should be at night. Anyways, that's enough of that. And there's one of the loading screens I was talking about. That time it actually showed you when I wanted to show you. And now we're going to go ahead and swap maps over to East Coast, USA. And there we go. There's another of the loading screens. This one you'll actually be able to see for a while. In fact, you'd be able to see it for too long because this is going to be a long load screen. So you've seen it enough. Now we're going to edit the load screen out. And now you can see all the spooky, scary things on the map. First off, we have some more candles and another jack-o'-lantern. And I'll give you guys a close-up of the jack-o'-lantern. You can see this is made by an expert artist who chose a pumpkin and then carved the face around the pumpkin. They used the natural shape to make it look like it actually has a bone structure, and it almost feels like it's not even really a pumpkin at all. Or you could just say, you know, the developers made the pumpkin look like a face as much as possible. Then we also have some gravestones over here, and you'll notice all of these spooky, scary additions are so spooky and scary, the truck doesn't even drive into them, it drives straight through them. So all of these are just cosmetic additions. They don't actually change the way the map works, at least as far as I've seen. So over here, we got some more things. We got some spooky, scary pumpkins on the trash can. And then we also have some that are somehow hanging from the electrical wires. I have no idea how you could possibly put a pumpkin up there, but yeah, there's some up there. And then we also have a few more on the side of the road. So like right there, there are a couple of more pumpkins. And there's also one on top of the street light. Again, how did they get a pumpkin up there? I have no idea. There's also one on the porch. Now that's an easy place to put a pumpkin. And this neighborhood does not like Halloween. That's the only person who has... Oh wait, there's one more. There are two houses in the neighborhood that do the pumpkins, but the rest of like the city area does the pumpkins. That's kind of funny. So anyways, we'll go ahead and head out of the city area so you can see what some of the rest of the areas of the map look like, because this is the most densely pumpkined up area, or Halloweened up area, whatever you want to call it. Over here we got a little bit more, another pumpkin right there, and we got a huge one coming up. I think this is as big as they get in terms of how big the pumpkins can get. So it's right here on top of the bridge, and you can see it's like the size of a car. Like if this thing was to fit inside of my truck, it would take up the whole bed probably. It's a big one. And then we could drive for a while. You notice there are some areas where just normal East Coast USA, except it's a little bit darker by default. And of course, you can always change the time of day really easily. It's just a slider in the menu. You can make it really dark, really bright, whatever you want. And the sun is always that kind of orange at this time of day, as far as I know. It's not like, oh, because it's Halloween, they made the sun redder than normal. No, that's just the way it looks when it's setting. Always has and always will look like that. But right here, you see nothing super Halloween-y. It seems like most of the Halloween stuff is kind of concentrated in the areas where you can spawn up. So right now we're driving towards the gas station, and when we get there, you'll see there are a bunch of things at the gas station. But with this being East Coast USA, there is some distance between all those spawn locations, so it'll take me just a little bit to get there, even though we're going over 100 miles per hour in my pickup truck. I chose the easiest path I could think of, where it's mostly a straightaway, as you've noticed right here. And on this bridge, I think, yes, there is a little tiny jack-o'-lantern right there. Oh, look at me, I'm popping a wheelie. That's just so funny. I like coincidentally click it where we popping a wheelie, making it all menacing looking like, yeah, you got a jack-o'-lantern, but I got a wheelie. And it's falling. Yeah, that's as long as I could do a wheelie. It was like just for a split second it looked like I was. But anyways, we should be coming up to the gas station right here, and the gas station, they are festive. They are super festive. They got a jack-o'-lantern on top of the roof, candles all over the place. And I think that's actually the only pumpkin. No, wait, there's one more pumpkin. And I think that's a pretty small pumpkin, but just in case, let's check. Yeah, that's a pretty small pumpkin when compared to the truck. Anyways, let's go ahead and go to another map. This time, we're going to be trying out, not Derby Arena because it doesn't have anything. And same goes for Cliff. Those have nothing changed. But the ETK Driver experience does have some changes, so we'll go there. And you'll notice on this one, it's actually daytime. But before we do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and grab an ETK vehicle since we are on the ETK test facility. And then we can go ahead and drive around this thing some and show you the differences. So we have some graffiti on the ground with some spooky looking eyes. And then we also have some more graffiti over here with a jack-o'-lantern that says trick or treat as we drift right over it. I don't think the graffiti actually changes the texture of the road, so like it's more slippery or anything like that. And then over on this building, we got some more graffiti. It says zombie on the one on the left and then incubus on the one on the right with an upside down cross on his head. Spooky! Anyways, we'll make our way over to another test area on this map. And one thing you'll probably notice is going to the test area, there are no Halloween decorations. But once we actually get there, you'll see a good amount of Halloween decorations. Like you just saw that little lag right there. I don't know, it gets on my nerves every now and then when a game lags for no reason. It's like, why'd you do that, game? Like, was it the game? Do I have a process running in the background that caused it? I don't know. All right, let's try to do a little bit of shortcut right here. Through the dirt, through the grass, whatever you want to call it. And, ooh, that was a little too close to the wall, but we made it through. And then we'll be seeing some Halloween decorations in about, well, now. And you'll notice a lot of the decorations are based around scenarios. So if you're doing the scenario right here where you have to go through this route, you'd be seeing Halloween all over the place. And there are also some specific changes to scenarios, which I'll be talking about at the end of the video. But first off, we're just looking at all the changes to the map and trying to find all these pumpkins and stuff. So a bunch of pumpkins here. And then when you get to the finish, you have a bunch of candles. Well, it would be the finish if this was the scenario. And then we can just drive off into the distance and see if this thing will get wrecked up nicely or not. And not really wrecked up, but it's gonna land upside down. So we're gonna go to a new map, and I was gonna go to a new map no matter what it did. So this time we'll head over to Grid Map. And one of the nice things about Grid Map is you can see almost all the Halloween decorations right from where you start. You don't actually need to go anywhere, but we will drive around them just a little bit. You can see there's some graffiti over on that wall, but we're not going to actually be driving there. We just need to go around there to get some speed to do the jumps right here, because there are a lot of pumpkins on these jumps if we can execute this properly. How fast do I need to go? About this fast? Yeah, about that fast. That works. And then again, if this was a scenario, that would be the finish line for that one, because there's a scenario where you just drive that straight. And you take a peek inside of that tunnel, and we have a pumpkin that is just sitting on a cube in a really miraculous way. It looks like it's going to slide off, but then it doesn't. We also have these giant pumpkins up here, and I mean giant. So to give you an idea how big they are, let me just put this car right next to them. And yeah, they're about as big as a pickup truck. They are very, very large pumpkins. Also the same shape as the other ones. Over here, we got some more. They're just somehow on these cubes that float in the air. We could bring the truck over and see if it can float in the air as well. And the answer is yes, it somehow does. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised I got in a position where it would stay placed perfectly. Anyways, over here, we got some pumpkins in a line that goes on until the end of that. And then over here, we got some candles that are on top of a cube. And that does it for Grid Map. Not much else to talk about because Grid Map's a smaller map. So let's go ahead and go to the next one, which is going to be Hirochi Raceway. Oh, and finally, we're getting a loading screen that's actually Halloween. I've been editing them all out because they weren't Halloween, but there's one that is. Now, as for Hirochi Raceway, it's a racetrack. We need a race car. I'm going to just go with the 390 GTR version of the Bolide. And we can drive around this thing and see what we find. So over on the stands on the right, we got some pumpkins. And we got just lights all over the place. Candles, 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 candles. And not many candles at all now. They were just all right there. And then they ran out of candles. Up, there's one on the side. Just drove by it real fast. So we got a couple of candles on the road at least. I haven't seen another one yet, though. There is one right there, and it's gone already. See, we gotta go by these candles so fast because I'm driving a race car. Maybe this is a dumb idea. So it looks like we see them pretty often at the intersections of things. When you're just driving along like this, I don't see very many Halloween decorations. Again, nothing really there. Oh, is that like shadow right there from a jack-o'-lantern? Well, there's another candle or something. I couldn't tell if it was a candle or jack-o'-lantern. We drove by it so fast. There's a thing off to the left. So yeah, they're scattered throughout right here. I'm gonna go right here because I see a bunch over here. Whoa! Oh, didn't touch the wall. We're clean. A bunch of candles right there. And then we have a little bit of nothing interesting, and then more candles. There are just candles all over this place. The whole racetrack's lit by candles now. Also saw a pumpkin as we were driving by. I think I saw another one. And we can go ahead and wreck this car up. And then we can go to the next map after we take a look at the damage here. Hold on, can this drive? No. No, it cannot. Not even, wait, no. Let's go ahead and go to the next map though, which is going to be the industrial area. And unlike Hirochi Raceway, the industrial area is a good place for a pickup truck. So here again, we got some pumpkins and some lights, and I'm just repeating myself. All the maps have pretty much the same changes, don't they? They're darker, and then they got some pumpkins and some candles. I mean, I can really just say that about every map, but I've already dedicated myself this much. We're gonna go to all of them, and we're just gonna kind of cut some shortcuts here and there, though, when I can, like that. You know, forget driving around there. There's nothing there. We're just gonna go through the dirt and pop a tire right on the rocks. I blame the lights. All those candles made everything so dark, or the darkness and the lighting from the candles made everything so poorly lit that I hit my wheel. That is totally, see, I did it again because I couldn't see. Yeah, I'm making that up. Like, the brightness you see is the brightness I see, minus any darkness that was added from encoding a video, which is usually minimal when you upload it in over 1080p, which I do. And this car is dead. So let's go ahead and get something different. We'll go with just a regular Barstow. I don't really care. Just whatever. Just something different than a pickup truck. I don't feel like driving a pickup truck. And we'll try going to the left through here. Should be able to fit no problem. A bunch of candles around here. There are a lot. See, I like it when you just find an area where there are just tons of things for no real reason. Like, again, right here, tons for no real reason. Just because, you know, the people who are on this area really like Halloween and have a lot of candles for some reason. Like, you gotta wonder, are they scented candles and does this whole place smell like pumpkin spice or something? Whoa, going up on the edge. Again, I couldn't see good. I'm noticing it's always my right side that I mess up on, not my left side. I don't know what's up with that. Just like I keep bumping the right side. All right, let's floor it for a bit, find something to crash into, and then head on to the next map. It looks like a good spot right there, and decent enough of an impact. So the next map we're going to go to is going to be Small Island, USA. And what kind of car goes on a small island? How about an Abishu, Miramar? Don't even care which one, just give me the Miramar. And we about to drive some, so again, lights, pumpkins, action. No, wait, you can't record things with a pumpkin. Or can you? If you can record a video with a potato, can you record a video with a pumpkin? I bet you could. Oh no, I'm gonna tip. Nope, I'm not. I'm just gonna be perfectly fine. I'm gonna be perfectly fine. That was all secretly part of the plan of driving. This is where you would normally start if you didn't choose the location I started at. You can see lots of stuff there. If we go over to the left, one of the wallpapers is based on an area we'll be seeing in about 10 to 15 seconds. I don't know how long it'll actually take. That is probably an incorrect estimate. I thought it was closer than it is. Well, it's only been like 10 seconds, and then 15 would be right about now, and you can see it. It's just not very clear. So there it is right there. One of the wallpapers is that container with all of those candles and the pumpkin in the corner. All right, goodbye, pumpkin in the corner. We got some more driving to do. Then we're going to go to, I don't know. We're going to see if we see any more pumpkins. Like, I hope I see one before I crash this car. There's a pumpkin. Okay, we're good. Slow down a little bit because I was scared of the corner. Like, the pumpkins are usually at places where there's like a corner or something, it seems like. So you know there's a corner coming up if you see the pumpkin. Or in front of a building like those ones. Those are in front of a building. Not quite the same, but close. And I see nothing. Oh, look at this. That one could be used as a jump, it looks like. Here we go. Come on. Fly, baby. Ooh, oh my goodness. It really did fly. I thought I would get some air, but I didn't expect that much air. And how's it going to land? Okay, it's just straight on the roof, and then it slides along. Literally nothing after that, so let's go ahead and change maps. This time, we're going to head to Jungle Rock Island. Alright, here's another loading screen that I don't think you guys have seen yet. And kind of luckily, it actually matches up with the map we're going to. Alright, so on Jungle Rock Island, we got the same kind of stuff. It's a little bit more bare than the other ones, but it has some candles over there. And then some candles over there, and some jack-o'-lanterns all over the place. But you could drive for a while here and not see anything, and it just seems like all they have is they have a slightly darker map for Halloween. So like, I'll see how long I can go before I see something just driving along. I bet we could probably go almost a whole minute if I take the wrong route. And this is not a planned route or anything. I'm just going to drive along the regular road. You know, I'm not taking any dirt paths or anything like that. Just regular paved road and see how long it takes. Not gonna go left and right and swerve. Just the obvious route. It's been about 30 seconds, I would guess, and we haven't seen anything since then. So it just has a little bit less stuff than the other locations. There's a little bit on top of the tunnel, just look like a few candles. And I was so distracted by that, I slammed right into the wall. I did see some graffiti as we drove through this tunnel, but it wasn't unique or anything as far as I could tell. It was the same graffiti that you've seen on the other map. And that was a beautifully executed flip, I do say so myself. And I've done that any better. And it actually still drives relatively straight. Like, it's pulling, but not too hard. So there's something on the bridge right there, some candles, which I was trying to look at, and instead I crashed the truck. The truck is dead. It's time to go to a new map. This time it's going to be the last map we'll be doing, which is Utah, USA. And I'll just be quiet so you can enjoy the Halloween theme. So until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.